Hi, I'm Angie Torani. I'm here to share with you the BodyTalk system. BodyTalk is an alternative consciousness-based medicine which works on helping the body to heal from inside out, which means addressing the causative factors and activating the body's own ability to heal itself. With BodyTalk, amazing results have been seen with allergies, intolerances, emotional, psychological problems, anxiety, depressions. So this is all about looking at the psychology that goes into making of a disease and addressing it from there. Let's look at what is BodyTalk system. BodyTalk system is a comprehensive system of non-invasive techniques designed to re-establish the communication networks within the body. Imagine the orchestra. In orchestra, all the musicians are playing their piece of music, but their music is all in synchronity, and therefore it's a beautiful orchestra. If this symphony or if this music was not coherent and the communication and the timing was off, it will be a chaos. Similarly, in a body, poor health is not when these different organs of the body are not functioning well, it's when their communication networks are broken down. Once that symphony, that synchronity is broken down, that translates into diseases and illnesses. So poor health is generally body's indication that these communication networks have been compromised due to our imbalances in life, and these could be various different stresses: work deadlines, emotional issues, personal traumas, lifestyle issues, not getting enough sleep, too much of bad diet, lack of exercise, and so on. Now we've got two types of nervous system. One is the sympathetic nervous system, and other one is the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is also called fight and flight nervous system. So when you're in stress, the brain switches on this fight, flight, survival mode, and when you're in a relaxed mode, your brain switches on this relaxation mode, which is also called parasympathetic nervous system. Now interestingly, once our brain is constantly in this fight and flight stress mode, the repair, growth, and regeneration is simply not body's priority, and it's put on back burner. So your immune system, your digestive system, your hormonal balance, your reproductive system is not the priority to address. It's all about survival, and it's all about dealing with the stress situation by producing high stress hormones. The good news is with BodyTalk system, we're able to switch the body out of this fight, flight, survival mode into the parasympathetic nervous system so it can repair, regenerate, and heal. So with BodyTalk system, we are looking at the causative factors. So when you fall sick, you go to a doctor, the doctor will look at all your symptoms and come up with a diagnosis, and that diagnosis would be a label or a disease, and thereafter a prescription of medication to address it. So this is basically a symptomatic diagnose-based approach. So BodyTalk is not about looking at the symptoms, but it's all about looking at why these symptoms are there. So when you're addressing the symptoms, it's like looking at the tip of the iceberg and addressing the tip of the iceberg. Whereas when you're looking at all the causative factors, what is leading to those symptoms, it's like looking at the iceberg under the water and looking at various layers, various causative factors leading to that health condition. So BodyTalk understands the psychology of the body and the influence it has on our health. BodyTalk practitioners are excellent in listening to the body's needs, and it works with body's natural healing ability. So what does a BodyTalk treatment look like? So with BodyTalk treatment, we are looking at a protocol which has got all the tools and techniques. We are looking at a navigation plan, which is a languaging program, and a biofeedback system, which is a muscle testing. So this protocol that we work with in BodyTalk system covers lots of concepts of Western medicine, such as anatomy and physiology, Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic system, as well as emotional release and stress reduction techniques. So a treatment is totally non-invasive, relaxed, very gentle therapy. In BodyTalk, we are using a biofeedback system, which is a muscle testing system, and a structured intuition. So using a protocol, which is basically all the ingredients, all the tools that we work with, and a procedure, which is a languaging program, and using a muscle testing. Now this helps the practitioner to basically find the priorities that are going on in the client's health. And with those priorities, we are looking at where these communication networks are broken down and helping the body to heal and repair those communication networks. So biofeedback system is not a new technique. It's a gentle muscle testing, and it's using the impulse between the nervous system and the muscle reflex to get a yes and no response. So it's a communication tool, getting a yes and no response with the body's innate wisdom. So with BodyTalk, we have got the whole left brain structure, which is all the different techniques, over 40 to 50 different techniques, and a languaging program. And combining the two, it's the left brain knowledge and the right brain intuition, and that leads you and gives you this structured intuition. The key concept in BodyTalk system is we are working with the body's innate wisdom. Now, what is innate wisdom? Our body has got its inborn ability to heal. So for example, if you cut your finger, your body would clot and heal that wound. Now the body's inborn ability to heal itself is our innate wisdom. Similarly, if you look at an embryo, a fertilized embryo, this embryo divides itself and creates a completely functional fetus and a newborn baby. So the wisdom that drives this whole procedure of multiplication from one cell to this completely healthy, functional human body is the body's intelligence and the innate wisdom. So our body has this inborn ability to heal itself. In BodyTalk system, we are basically using a biofeedback system to communicate with the body's intelligence to identify where the blockages are. And then we are basically running the treatments to repair those communication networks. So the key thing is to look at what is stopping our innate wisdom from healing itself. If our body is regenerating, repairing, it has got this intelligence. What are those causative factors that the body is stuck into that disease? So here we'll be looking at using the BodyTalk system and the biofeedback system to look at where these communication networks are compromised and helping the body to repair that. So firstly, identifying the priorities, looking at these communication networks that are compromised, and then restoring the communication networks through using a tapping process. So we are tapping on the head, which is to restore the correction. So imagine your brain is a computer that will send the signals. By tapping, you're sending standing waves into the CPU of your brain. You're working with the electromagnetic frequencies of the brain. So with gentle tapping, you are activating the brain to review that communication network that's broken down so it can send signals to fix it. Then we are tapping on the heart. So heart is your memory stick that memorizes and stores the changes. So with BodyTalk, we are tapping on the head to make the corrections. So here it's like you're setting the brain, hey, wake up and look at this communication network that's broken so it can send signals to fix it. Heart to memorize this correction. So when the cells are regenerating, this correction is embedded. Then we're also tapping on the gut. So gut is your third brain. It's also called enteric brain. And this is about assimilating, integrating, and processing those changes. So in BodyTalk system, we are working, the treatments are processed through working with three brains. Head brain to fix it, heart brain to memorize it, and the gut brain to assimilate it. So a gentle tapping on the head, heart, and gut. We're looking at the whole person, which means their physical, mental, emotional, environmental factors, everything that is going on in their life as a whole, and looking at what are those causative factors that are leading to those imbalances and symptoms. Another important concept that we work with BodyTalk system is we're looking at these 5 layers of where the conception to manifestation happens. So the physical body, we all are aware of physical body. It's the most densest form of the body. Allopathy works with that. Then we have got vital body, which is energy body. This is all your meridians, chakras. So acupuncture, homeopathy, the subtler frequency, the modalities that work with this. Mental body is all about emotions, belief systems, fears, phobias, traumas. A psychologist, a counselor would work at the level of the mind body. 4th layer of the body is supramental body, and this is more of your intuitive, higher consciousness functioning state, and the BodyTalk works at this level. Then we've got 5th layer of the body, which is called bliss body. So we've got these 5 layers of the body, and each layer, the higher layer can control the lower layer. So the densest form of layer in the body is the physical body. Then we have got vital body, which is your energy body. So once you make correction at the level of the energy body, the physical body would shift. Once you make the correction at the level of the mental body, the lower 2 bodies would shift. And when you're working at the supramental layer where the BodyTalk system is working, all these 4 different layers would shift. So basically we are looking at this from concept to manifestation and these different layers of the body mind. Now disease or a symptom just doesn't appear at the physical level spontaneously. It goes through this saturation process through these 5 different layers of the body, and by the time it comes into manifestation or it gets into you get a diagnosis, it's sitting in the body for at least 3 to 6 months. So with BodyTalk, we're looking at all these different layers and looking at these causative factors and imbalances that are leading to the disease. So BodyTalk is all about understanding the psychology of the body and influence it has on our health. It is about, rather than focusing on the symptom, it's about looking at the hidden causes, looking at physical, emotional, environmental factors. It addresses the whole person and the whole story and the entire context of the life. So the health challenges don't usually arise from a particular causative factor. They are happening at all those 5 different layers. So BodyTalk addresses the whole person, addressing the physical, emotional, environmental influences, so underlying causes of the disease could be addressed. So BodyTalk has been practiced worldwide. It's been taught over 5 different continents, many different languages. It's been translated. So I'll share with you a case study of a client who came to see me. She was referred to me by a medical doctor for weaning off from the antidepressants. She was on antidepressants for 20 years, but besides antidepressants, she had massive allergies, food intolerances. She told me she could literally eat 4 to 5 things without getting any gut issues. So we started treatment, and it took about, I would say, 6 to 7 treatments. She could get off the antidepressants. She was confident, happy, motivated, as well as her food intolerances and allergies were gone. She was eating like a normal person, going out, and her life was back to normal. So with BodyTalk, there could be lots of different causative factors that come up in a session. It could be childhood trauma, it could be fetal life stuff, emotional issues, damage done by vaccinations, or any chronic conditions or genetic conditions, environmental factors, stress, generally life overload. And as a practitioner, I don't have a recipe. So I have got lots of tools, all these different concepts, but the treatment is orchestrated and guided by the body's innate wisdom. So I'm using a biofeedback system, which is a muscle testing, which gives me a yes and no response, and I communicate with the body's intelligence to identify what is this body's priorities in the healing process and where these communication networks are broken down. What are the causative factors that are leading to those symptoms? So it's like I've got lots of tools, but each treatment is tailor-made to the client's need, because each one of us is unique. Our health is as unique to us as our thumbprint. So if I'm looking at 4 clients with depression, each one has got a totally unique causative factors, totally unique story that goes into making of the disease, and therefore a unique treatment which is guided by the innate wisdom. Now we're looking at BodyTalk Fundamentals seminar, which is a 4-day seminar where you learn all these scientific principles of BodyTalk system, a biofeedback system, which is a muscle testing system, as well as a languaging protocol. So you learn about more than 20 techniques. You learn techniques to address the physical body, which is circulation, addressing the musculoskeleton, scars, adhesions, immune system, organs. You learn techniques for emotional balancing, so releasing emotional traumas, addressing belief systems, fears, phobias, as well as you're learning to work with energy body, which is chakras and meridians. So basically we're working with this comprehensive protocol. And as you see on this comprehensive protocol, we have got organs, endocrines, body part, which is Western medicine. We are working with energies, which is chakras, meridians. Environment is a huge influence on our life. We all are products of our environment. So balancing the environmental factors that could be causing stress, as well as we are looking at the immune system, which we call body chemistry. We are looking at the whole of the psychology of the body, which is fears, phobias, traumas, stresses, belief systems, which in BodyTalk terminology we call it active memories. As well as we are looking at circulation, nerve supply, cellular repair, which is all Western medicine. We are looking at musculoskeleton, which is alignment of posture. So it's a very comprehensive protocol with lots of different concepts, and a languaging protocol. So a languaging tool and a structure, and using biofeedback system that helps us to form the treatment. By the end of 4-day seminar, you're able to do a full treatment. This is your first step to become a certified BodyTalk practitioner. So there are few more steps, and thereafter you certify as a BodyTalk practitioner. If you want to learn this holistic healthcare system and transform your health, then sign up for BodyTalk Fundamentals seminar. Check out the website for more information. Thank you.